Alright, we're going to begin our second match of the first group. It's going to be Knight versus the animatronic. Now, animatronic is a relatively new character. The axe is very heavy, but there has been plenty of time to understand kind of more of how the character works. But right now we're going to be starting with the Knight. Knight has a relatively full gen kick build, it looks like. We got pop, we got is it Thrilling Tremors? Nowhere to Hide and Eruption. So we're looking to get hooks early, find the gen, kick it. Honestly, you could almost argue that you just go a full gen pop build, and then instead of Thrilling Tremors, you put Machine Learning. But it is what it is. You need to have a little bit of aggression. The Thrilling Tremors also helps with knowing when, after you've downed somebody, when you pick them up, if if a gen is currently being worked on. So that you know when you hook them, you can run to that gen with pop, nowhere to hide, and then eruption. You'd almost think that the moment most survivors would know, though, the moment they see a knight in the lobby, they're expecting a nowhere to hide, and will pre-run off the gens the moment the Thrilling Tremors goes out, but you never know. Again, just to reiterate the scoring system, 4 points for a win, 1 point for a tie. If the tie is a 4K, because we want to give each killer a little benefit of the doubt for getting a 4K and doing the best of the best, they will be getting 2 points each, and no points for a loss. A lot of different ways to do systems like this. This is what we think is the best for right now. Maybe next year, maybe next month, maybe next week. The scoring system will be different, probably not next week, because this one will still be going on. Good maps for the Knight. You're probably looking for a small map, something that you can easily have your guards control a lot. We're gonna get Toba Landing. Toba Landing isn't the worst, especially because the guard's detection radius goes through walls. We have a No Mither gamer. Oh, very interesting, very interesting. We already have progress on that gen. And we're gonna have our, what is it, the assassin? Oh! Jill's gonna run straight into the Knight. I prefer, specifically when I'm using the Knight, to use the add-on where I have gain undetectable while the guard is facing something. I specifically like that. Not gonna use that add-on, that looks like not very well known in all of the Knight add-ons, but it looks like they're both cooldown, I believe. Probably cooldown for Crown Effects and cooldown for Jailer. And the guard is going to get the down. We're going to get a little Thrilling Tremors look, and we'll see that a couple gens across the map are being worked on. Kind of walk away from the hook a little bit. You don't want your guy to despawn. I'm going to send the guard upstairs. I don't know if that guard will take the vault though, but the survivor definitely will. Straight into the Knight's hands. You're probably letting a gen go across the map, but to have 2 people down this early in the game is definitely massive tempo. No use on Pop Ghost of Weasel yet, or Eruption yet. Gotta think this is insane tempo. Oh yeah, going upstairs. It looks like Knight's gonna want to kick the gen on the top. Get some Eruption out, get some Nowhere to Hide out. See where everybody's trying to, well, hide. Doesn't sound like anyone's going to save yet. Just gonna wait there. See if the save happens. It is. We found the No Mither gamer. And they're gonna go down, and Jill's gonna, oh, gotta get that endurance. It definitely was most likely a off the record, as it was more than 10 seconds after that was unhooked. Keeping these 3 survivors just completely preoccupied, looking for a good hook. Go for a far one. I don't know if Knight's going to be able to reach this. Oh, it's going to be so close. is going to get it, and then he's going to hear big progress on this gen. Very easy pop into the vehicle. Nowhere to hide anything. Doesn't seem like it. Sending the Carnifex, or it's the jailer. I forget the name of it. It looks like he, so I guess it's the jailer. Oh, wow! The survivor tried to vault over the pallet to get the... Oh no, the jailer goes through pallets, doesn't he? So the jailer just happened to go through the pallet after it was dropped. And she takes 2 hits. Now we have Adam just running straight in the night. He has no idea what's going on. He is going to go for the save, and that's perfect time to summon the assassin. If the assassin goes for Adam, you think it's good. It found nobody. They're able to take the correct pathing to get out of there. Knight is showing a great display. Oh, getting stuck on not being able to vault that window. Send some guards out, trying to find where everybody is. Oh, we see 2 of them. And then guard is gonna find neither. Really? Nowhere to hide when he gets right here. Neither of them. They both just instantly left Killer Shack. Oh, but we do find one in the corner. Is this the No Mither gamer? It is. Probably the fastest chase in the game. Music started and stopped. Oh, walks right past the hook, but that's perfectly fine. You're trying to get more Tremor's value. Heading closer to the center of the map. Looking around, doesn't see any gems really being worked on. All the way across the entire map. Looks like that one is, but there's just no way you're going to get to that. Here's a little bit of crying. Possibly someone going for the save right away. Yep. Guard is going to find the Adam. Adam, Jill, and Mia are here. That's 3 survivors doing nothing right now. You have Adam still being chased by the assassin. We're trying to go for the pre-swing, but Jill is not going to fall for that. She is going to get this pallet. She is going to drop it. Knight's just probably going to have to break it with the Carnifex. Having to step that far away from the pallet, you think you lose a lot of time doing that. Taylor is going to find the Jill, trying to find out where the Jill's going, and is just going to go down right there. Going down in the corner. Thrilling Tremors again showing 2 gens being worked on, one at the top of the map and one over in the corner. Probably going to head upstairs, go ahead and make sure that they get on that one. Going to send the Carnifex up. Doesn't find anybody, but you know what will? Nowhere to hide. Looking around, nobody. Oh, there we go. And it looks like the Nia. On one hand, getting the Nia out of the game is, I mean, getting anybody out of the game is definitely good. You gotta think the injured survivor that's permanently injured probably isn't the best to chase, but at the same time, they're likely a resilience gamer. No, injured the whole game, trying to just do as many gens as they can. And go back, find the Jill again. This is risky, though. Jill is the obsession. More likely. Well, that was definitely not... yeah, there it is. Decisive strike. That definitely was not less than 40... That was not off the record. I could have sworn she had off the record from before. Oh, maybe it was a dead hard. Maybe we're looking at a dead hard right here. And it is! That's what it was. I thought it wasn't off the record, but it was dead hard. But either way, she's going to use all of her abilities. And it will not matter. she will be the first out of the game. 2 gens popping, or was it 1? 1 or 2 gens popping for the price of Jill out of the game. Getting Nia out of the game is probably the next most important. That Jen is still regressing, so it's very likely nothing there. We find the Nia. It's another character we want out of the game. Take a back step, and she falls for it. No window on this side, and she's just gonna go down right there. That'll put the Knight on 8 hooks. Very respectable total right now. You never know how servers are gonna go. Oh, right in front of you! Right in front of him! Behind the killer shack! Oh my gosh, this guy just runs right in front of the gen. This the Adam? Knight might not be playing with anything that makes survivors oblivious, but the survivors are definitely acting like it. Even though it was the Adam that was found, most likely, the Meg winds up taking the aggression. She's gonna take a hit, she will, but can the Knight catch up to that? There's gonna be a pallet there, summoning the jailer. She's gonna pre-drop. And you gotta think, well, this is a smart idea. Head over, make sure this gen keeps regressing. Don't see the Adam anywhere. But now that gen has been kicked to absolute hell and back, given the fact that Eruption just triggered it again. Okay, Adam. You want to talk about it? And with 2 gens left, he's going to go for the save. Not, he is going to get it. You got to worry about possible unbreakable play here. Maybe even a conviction. No conviction at least, because as we've seen on the previous maps, if there's a conviction play, that person would have been up already. Trying to head closer into the middle of the map and get us on our 10th hook. Very strong showing from the Knight, but also very lackluster showing from the Adam, deciding to just always be right in front. So we had a little self-heal from the Meg. Maybe a Knight's checking in basement, assuming that she went down here for a med kit. Oh, chest is not open. Gotta think, did she bring a med kit in? Does she have self-care? Either way, Adam is gonna say the game is done. Is gonna try to go next. Standing by shack just in case there was a hatch offering. Don't actually know if there was a hatch offering. There was not. Now, hatch escapes, of course, do not count toward... the hatch escapes do not count as an escape in our scoring system. So, as long as Meg does not complete 2 gens and open up the door, this will be a 4K. Trying to wait for the assassin to catch up a little bit. Pallet get dropped here. Gonna have to run around without the assassin's Karn effects. Probably won't reach at all. Hatch is still an option, at least for this Meg, but... Okay. Guards are a little silly sometimes. Yeah, he just got us. It's just taking too long for your guards to do anything. And hopefully this right here should be it. Looping around the killer shack, right back into the Knight's hands. And that will be a Knight's making it look really easy, but that Adam definitely is being funny. And against the animatronic, you gotta assume a character that a lot of survivors have played against a lot in these recent times, given how new he is and how big of a fan favorite he was. You somewhat expect that the survivors will have more of a keen eye on how to play against the doors and play against the axe. Also, with the fact that the animatronic is so new, getting used to the weight of the axe is definitely something to take into account. But for now, it'll be a nice 12 hooks for the night. For animatronic, it looks like we doing lethal. Okay, security guard. Gain extra. I mean, that's an okay add-on. I think not going Foxy's guitar is definitely a very interesting choice. Survivors can hear when the doors open. Survivors hear the electronic sounds when everything gets done. When you exit the door, it's a pretty loud thing. Also, if the doors wind up spawning in a bad spot and the doors are looking directly at the gen, the survivors can see the panel flashing to know that Springtrap's coming even faster. So the extra undetectable in some maps, like maybe if you get Midwich, maybe if you get Hawkins, maybe if you get, I don't know, just some, not necessarily an indoor map, maybe even Dead Dog Saloon could work in some ways because the doors will spawn in weird spots. That add-on 25% longer undetectable can work. But you think most case scenario, by the time you get out the door, they are off the gen. Our build is going to look extremely similar to the one with the Knight, though. We have Nowhere to Hide, an Eruption for kicking gens to find people, and then damaging gens extra when they down them. Lethal Pursuer, which is going to be a good add-on to pair with the Nowhere to Hide. And then the animatronic perk that Salty's going with is Phantom Fear. Only tier 1, but also I would argue that is his best pick. I'm not sure the difference between the tier 1 versus farther. It's probably the aura reading, but with Lethal Pursuer it makes up for it. So what you're really getting is maybe it's the cooldown. Maybe instead of it being every 60 seconds, it's longer, and that might be a hindrance. Is this Cowshed? You never know how doors are gonna go. See, now if you can teleport instantly. So now, if you had the well, you have lethal at least. But if you had Bonnie's guitar string, you would instantly know where everybody is. We're gonna find a stable. We're gonna have a AFK gamer and an instant grab. Sable just pointing at her AFK friend, saying, "Hey, this person isn't playing the game." And Springtrap taking advantage of Sable's being Sable. And I don't know if that was necessarily Sable's fault. Definitely took the hit for the AFK friend, letting them get out of there. Gonna drop the axe. Goes for the sprint burst. Good throw. Oh, is the add-on for the where the axe is gonna land? Okay. I mean, it's not the best, but also at the same time, you gotta think that the gen behind has good progress. You gotta think that landing those axes are extremely important. Mia's likely gonna pull the axe out. Is gonna get the axe out. Oh, the water barrel or the hay barrel able to hold it in place. Getting that extra movement speed from dropping the axe. Gonna back. Keeps fighting around this loop. It's not able to get this down fast enough. Alright. So Gen does pop. Second down. Usually the tempo of most games is getting your first down for a first gen pop is usually considered good, but that loop is taking way too long. 2 hooks though. Good start. You need at least 12 for the tie, anything less than 12. And animatronic is going home with a big fat donut. Doesn't hear any progress on this gen. We'll go back to the door. Progress here. How much though? Enough! Oh, and the grab during the missed skill check! During the missed skill check! Oh, that is... I don't think I've ever seen that before because on my screen she was completely off the gen. Now there will be another gen popping. Survivor's definitely a lot faster during this game. Fine, go back around. Maybe you go back to the gen you just came from. Look at try to stare at the hook a little bit. Gonna find somebody in the corner. Does hit the axe around that rock. He's gonna be able to get the grab. There's no pallet here. Grab is secured.
You don't belong here.
A lot of movement going around. The body block was good. And then they're gonna pre-drop thinking that they're going for a second down, but Springtrap will say, nah, I'll take my grab. I'll kick the gen. Maybe he'll break the pallet. He's gonna break the pallet as well. Nope, just gonna hop in the... Now this gen has been kicked 2 times and eruption twice as well. So it's definitely gonna become a big pressure point. Catches the survivor's healing. Oh boy, that is something you despise. I take back everything I said. 25% extra undetectable is carrying this game like crazy. Insane. They were sitting in the middle. The axe winds up hitting, I believe it was hitting the person that was healing then. And so then the person that was getting healed was probably taking a sip of their coffee and then just turned around and realized Springtrap was right behind them. Accepted the hook. Somebody will be left on a hook. And will result in 8 so far. Finding Nia will put this game completely to bed, but also, like we said, hatch escapes do not count. So as long as Nia does not complete 3 gens and get out the door, it's not for any reason, this will likely result in a coveted torch. Look at the axe out. Springtrap will auto pull it back. And all that is said is done. There will not be availability for the Mori until the other person is killed, but that was beautiful. Showcasing the power of that add-on that I said so lightly. The 25% bonus undetectable to walk into the cowshed, catch 2 survivors healing, and easily put this game to get bed and get a fortune. And Hatch as well, heard it open. Where is it? Nah, he's not gonna find it. But that was impressive. Good use of that add-on. And then we're gonna see some... Oh, there was a weaving spiders. Weaving spiders. That is going to put the animatronic at 12 hooks and result in our second tie of the tournament. Next match is going to be Xenomorph versus Skull Merchant, and then we begin the second group.